everyone to Sarge's Recap. Today, I just watched a video, or a series of videos from a fellow by the name of High Viz Harry, and he built a lot of, yeah, robots. So I am going to too. I'm just gonna pretty much put together whatever comes to mind. Let's do an Assaultron head. Obviously, I like the factory hardened armor more. The hang armor might be better, but we'll put him on a Robo brain torso. This dude's gonna. Excuse me, Nick. Nick, why are you doing this? Thank you. Well. I'm hearing gunfire behind me. Okay, I gotta. We're gonna see what that is. I can't have a normal fucking video, can I? What was that? What did you guys kill? Oh. Ada and Jezebel are both walking. Oh, and the Deathclaw. Oh, it was a Rust Devil? Really? I feel bad for him. He had turrets galore. Rocky. That's my Deathclaw. And Wrecker probably even fought him. Wrecker is the Red Assaultron over here. Really well. And you we need to finish you. Talmaton 78, here we go. So let's get rid of those Protectron arms. Give it Robo brain arms. And yeah, I like the left arm Voltic frame. Wait, is that a Protectron arm? Oh, no, that's right. Okay. It's a Protectron. And I was like, oh no. Left Smoke Claw. Oh boy. We can fires poisonous smoke bomb to do strange. I don't like that. We can give him a hammer, a drill, a saw blade. I definitely like the thought of a drill. Because I've seen a Robo brain fight, and they fight very well. And so a right arm will also be. Actually, you know what? Let's give him a Assaultron arm. He's not gonna be like the most pretty bot, but it kind of fits. And he'll have a hammer on this one. Do I wanna? Cause I only have the one set of Robo brain treads. Oh, here we go. And let's make him. I like the dark gray on him. So after that, we can name him. I got it. MC Hammer. And yeah, MC Hammer, you are actually, you're probably gonna be a robot I rely on for Far Harbor. Wrecker, MC Hammer. So let's do a little bit of weapon crafting here. You see my little garage? I got several weapons. Yes, that's a Skyrim sword. Creation Club. Many of you probably already knew. Let's get the electrified. Can I get the... Not yet, I can't get the quad barrel. I just have a slew of weapons. Really, this is going to be so useful. I've beaten the game several times, so this playthrough is just joke around, use cheats, use mods, whatever the fuck I wanted. So, literally, I have just random things sitting everywhere. I have no idea why I have this many lanterns. I have a display case. I was gonna put something in here, but believe it or not, I cannot remember for the life of me what that was. Got a couple of things that I've killed over here, and got a lot of weapon racks. I knew what I wanted to, again, because what happened is I pretty much built this settlement, and then I went to go play the Anthem demo, and when I came back, I did not remember what what my plan was for this little settlement, which is pretty much just my home. I'll take you on a tour though, why not? We have our beta wave emitter right here, that is taming our mythic Deathclaw. His name is Rocky. He's actually very powerful. We have our little cooking station right there. We have Jezebel. I don't know why I haven't dismantled you yet. We have turrets here, 4 on, because they usually come from that direction, so we have 4 down here, and then I have 3 up top. 2 water purifiers, generators just slowing over here. It wasn't really meant to be pretty. Then we have a little Robo workstation back here. I actually quite like the look of this one. I'm going to be building up another settlement. And yeah, I will just go to the cheat room and grab anything I need, but I like building. I like building in this game. It is fun. Wrecker was actually my first automaton outside of Jezebel. So it was my first robot that I just built to build. And she is completely freaking insane. I mean, Wrecker combined with Rocky, the Deathclaw over here, they're just not going to be fun fighting. I actually, you know what, let's test the defenses of our little abode here. Nick, you might as well sit out of this, man, because this is just going to be a bunch of synths dying. And then we have Sanctuary Hills. I did build it up a little bit, but I didn't, like, overbuild it. Like, you can still see it's pretty much just the same. Just you can clearly see some things are scrapped. We've got 2 guard stations here. Turret. I think that's the only turret here. I want to say that is. And then we have 2 generators that are powering the water purification. We have a guard over there. I think that's Junlong, I believe. I'm not sure. And I think, yeah, Nick's following me right now. I was getting ready to start the Far Harbor DLC. I've got a lot of radiation. I just noticed that, so I'm going to take care of that just super quickly. I don't even know where I got all the radiation from. And this build is primarily power armor build. Institute Raven, trying to tell the Institute where I am. But, this is my female character. I think she has the same name as my, Skyrim female, Karina. Go over here, yep, level 28. Ended up having pretty high charisma, as obvious by me building the beta wave emitter, but, Didn't really plan that. Again, this was not a serious playthrough. It was just I'll just take whatever. Who cares? I pretty much just gave myself random ass stats. It's actually been pretty good though. I have like this high strength, high charisma combo going, so I like it, but I also don't because I usually have high agility. Some more keen eye viewers might have noticed when we were in the Red Rocket that I had a Broxo Cleaner a Broxo Cleaner power armor and some Broxo Cleaner boxes. I was actually planning on doing a commercial with a Broxo Cleaner, but yeah, just never got around to it. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna throw a shitload of Sentry relay grenades. Recon heavy assault rifle. See, now this is the kind of stuff that I've always questioned. Why do we have that? There, we're just gonna throw a shitload of those. We're pretty much gonna stand up top so that like A, we won't get shot too much by the synths, and B, I do legitimately want to test the ability of my settlement, of my player home, to defend itself. And of course, you know, with the fact that this is a video, why not? Why not? Take my 44 Magnum out until we get home. I have been attacked by raiders on the way from Sanctuary to the Red Rocket, which I thought was odd because it was like, I'm right here, really? But yeah, it's been a trip, this playthrough. It's really been fun. If you guys want to do a random playthrough, I suggest not trying to follow guides or just what the first thing comes to your head. This is a power armor, but like the only downside I would have to say about this build, and part of this is due to my armor, or as you can see, lack thereof, because I only have like the standard combat. I think I've got polymer on, but it's not like great. It's not great armor by any means. We're stuttering. There we go. Then we have, well, we've got this going on over here. I do like the river. It's pretty. Even though it's still relatively shitty. We are stuttering a lot. Wonder if that is a bad side of things to come. So we're gonna actually equip those synth relay grenades. If you don't know what they do, they relay a synth in, and I think it's a random synth. Yeah, and we'll attack from different angles. So I gotta build a way up there though. And you're probably about to ask how I actually put the turrets up there. Two of those turrets were actually just glitched up there, like I just pretty much jumped and got them up there. Wooden stairs. We don't need to be fancy. And just staircase our way up. And the good thing is, I do have plans for the top of this. Okay, so we're just going to not use VATS. Oh, well, there we go, so now we're... There goes Wrecker. I'm waiting for... Yep, there he is. Let's try where there isn't as many turrets, but I also don't want to hit the beta wave emitter because that will be a problem. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's the star. Is that everyone? Wow. There's Rocky, MC Hammer, and Wrecker. And we're gonna have to do a very large attack from the front because there is no other way that they're gonna live. Just because they're gonna need numbers, boss numbers. Yeah. So this place is actually very well defended. And cleanup is going to be a bitch. I want to see where they all died, though. Good God Almighty. The ones that were over here. Oh, there's a mole rat somewhere. The ones that were over here. Like, I noticed that they got really close to these, but then these turrets just fucked them up. I think this one's dead, actually. So we did actually, I think they actually did do something. Yeah, the two Mark 1 turrets got scrapped. But nothing got damaged up there, which I'm actually very surprised at. So, just something real quick for us to do for like defense over here, and it's also kind of aesthetic, because I'll be honest, guard posts are more aesthetic for me than anything. But, oh well, we could do a small guard post and see if we can't get it to fit. Rocky, please, thank you. There. And, well, I can't assign him. I don't want to assign MC Hammer. Where's Jezebel? I know you have a laser rifle, because I built you. Gave you pretty much an all Protectron body. We're gonna plop some resources out if we have any. Start a little garden. Have a feeding trough here for Rocky. And we actually have 118 defense in this settlement. Good boy, Rocky. You,
Are you ready to depart? What a surprisingly pleasant day. Perhaps it will lift your spirits.
Here's what I think is cool, because now we have Jezebel guarding that. Yeah, from the road, that looks really cool. Just in the tree line, and Jezebel's relatively covered, so they're probably not gonna kill it. And even if they do, who cares? It's Jezebel. Even though MC Hammer is a brand new creation that I am itching to get to get moving, we are actually gonna hop in our T-51. Grab some. We're gonna grab some appropriate weapons, and we are going to head to Far Harbor. Let's see, what are we gonna need? The electrified Mr. Handy Buzzsaw will work. Don't need ground axe. Don't need to send 3-leg grenades. Those really won't ever come in handy, and I don't want to carry more than one of those. Flare gun, not really gonna need that. A plasma rifle might come in handy. Can't really think of many other things that would. There's just I don't know what that is. That was me being dumb one late night. Okay, well. Let's go. The main reason I did that was just to pretty much just show off the defenses of my little player home, because I mean that literally it's not a castle, it's more of like a well defended hovel that's just like thrown together. It's just got stuff all over it. It's not really following any design. Nick is lagging behind, but he'll catch up. I haven't done this yet. I don't know if I'm going to. Because I do know that this turns into like a huge raider camp, but at the same time, I think it's actually kind of useful after you clear out the raider camp. It's also a great source for experience. And yeah. And I know Fallout 76 is out, but I really can't sit through that game very long. Like, even when I did the first impressions, and I didn't lie in the first impressions video, I really do think it's not a bad game. It's just, I don't know, there's too much missing for me, really. And I kind of alluded to that in my video. But even the video with Skater took, I think, 3 tries to do. 3 or 4 tries to actually sit down and record the footage for it. I had some of the audio just stowed away in files from, like, just previous attempts. Sell those when we get the chance. Sugar bombs. And we take the stem pack. Oh, and a flip lighter. And I think we're... No, we're not. Starlight Driving is otherwise, but I think we're close to Starlight Driving. We might be, because orienting myself on the map sometimes is hard. I don't think we are, though. Like, that billboard just reminded me of Starlight Driving because it's a drive-in movie theater. And I'm like, if we are, I'll stop in, show off my... Because that's where I put my arena. I just have cages in there and they just fight. Great source of armor and caps. I mean, you have no idea that, like, build a arena if you need caps. If you have the resources, build it, because it's actually like a really good source of caps. From like 10 bouts, I had like over 1,000 caps, just from like solely from the arena. Cause I already had like maybe 800 caps on hand.
Good dog.
Pacify. It's actually a very useful ability and kind of fun to have. So here we are. We are probably about at the quarter mark or the halfway mark. Let's check the map. We're not too terribly far from there, but halfway mark's about right. Nick, I can't hear you over all the gunfire. Let's go introduce ourselves. Sometimes you forget that those protectrons do have some semi-decent. What are you shooting at, Nick? I don't see anyone. Oh, there he is. Oh. We'll just go through this little rock formation? I don't know what you call it. General Atomics Galleria. I actually haven't been there yet either, but I don't know. I always end up in a huge gunfight in that place, so that's probably why. We'll just go around the lake. I do have the Aqua Girl perk, but going around the lake's always easier. Wait, what?
What?
That's it.
I hope you were smart.
This is gonna be fun.
One way to get
This just got out of hand, just slightly. Okay, the electrified buzzsaw is not going to work with that. Let's get Star out. Ooh. Fried rat roach, anyone? Damn. I took some damage on that one, probably because of me dicking around with that buzzsaw. Huh. Caravan, huh? Ah, Lucas Miller.
Lucas,
Got the best armor in these parts.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Don't cheap out on armor. That's a good way to get yourself killed.
Gradient cap, I like. I'll take that. I need the right arm. Ah, actually, you have it. There. Cool.
Make a move and I'll end you,
You do see the fact that I'm in full power armor and that you have leather armor. Prick. So let's go ahead and switch back over to our handy dandy plasma rifle. There's a greenhouse. I know they have a cooking spit. Yes, they do. I will willingly use this because I am actually going to make some fried radroach. Or not radroach, mirelurk. And some grilled radstag. Get some mole rat chunks brewing and some ribeye steak. And while we're outside of our power armor, might as well equip that right arm. It looks so weird compared to the rest of the armor, but alright. Thank you for letting me use your cooking pot. So, for those of you interested in politics, Trump did declare a national emergency for the wall. Not going to get into my personal feeling on that, because politics just tends to piss people off. But see, I can't even I can't even just say the news on it anymore. Oh boy, it's Ultron. What the hell? Where did all these guys come from? Okay. Well. That's it. Breaking out the big guns. Lord. Tell me a damn war just randomly erupted. Well, at least that ain't gonna be. That's not the most boring part of the video. That truck. Actually, this job for this. I do not like those blood bugs very well. Keep finding ourselves having to cross over water, and for power armor, that's a bitch. Get up on that scaffolding there, we can probably see where there's a bridge or some other kind of way to cross it. 'Cause there's gotta be a way. There's a bridge right there. The slog. Huh. Oops.
That's it.
What do we got? We got a faded visor, Bunsen burner, some Braxo cleaner. Might need that for the commercial I may or may never end up shooting. So this is sort of the reason I don't do like full Fallout playthroughs, because I don't know what to fill the time with while we're walking, because I wouldn't want to just keep fast traveling, because the loading screens are like 10 times worse. At least with walking you have like, I can look around and be like, ooh, there's a busted up tree. But I would like to do a Fallout Let's Play eventually. Good lord, the blood bugs on this one. Over here. Okay, that's not very helpful. See if I can maybe do something to him with the Robo. Now we go back to the buzzsaw. That is not going to be just a trading of HP. Infected blood bugs, not really the funnest thing to fight. Never had to fight one before though. I usually just pick them off with a sniper rifle. Huzzah for new occurrences. Coastal Cottage. You know, I didn't ask for giant mutated crabs to attack me. Oh, good lord, dude. I just saved your life. Oh, that was cool. And that's why this weapon's name is Dar. Roasted Mylark. When we're coming back through here, I'll definitely actually reclaim this area and build it up a little bit, build up its defenses, and it'll be a good forward base of operations. I see a couple of raiders over there. Valentine and Myers here. Ah, I didn't even know you were there. Thank you, Vats. Okay. You want to go toe to toe? Well, I got your toe tag. It's to the morgue we go. If I could hit him. Sir, you are bleeding profusely. Please allow me to examine you. Dr. Spinner, reporting for surgery. Now let's loot these motherfuckers. Short combat rifle could actually come in handy. Should have taken Rising Sun with me. The dude whose dome dive popped up here. Ooh, marksman, powerful combat rifle. Okay, let's talk to Valentine, because it said he admires me.
Hey,
I'll see what I can do.
Nick.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. Folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
That's why I love Nick.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the
It's funny because the tone of his voice to
I was
me.
so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
I don't know why I was pointing up to the sky, but I really do like Nick as a character. Like, he was, even before the Far Harbor deal. Where'd he go? Oh, he's just back there walking. Being a stoic badass. But, before the Far Harbor DLC or anything, I like Nick because, I mean, he was like, he really fits into the world. The 50s detective, but futuristic in a way. Another character, I mean, I liked because he was a Brotherhood member, was Paladin Dan's. But I also kind of realized he was like, what on earth was that? Whatever. He was probably just an asshole. Hello? Oh, I think that's glowing one out there, I'll do. Okay. Tactically speaking, not the wisest decision I've ever made. Make short work of ghouls, this thing does. Alright. This may seem like overkill. Okay. Actually gonna aim at the barrel. I'm kind of trying to cripple him. He just bled profusely for a second. That should kill him. Nope, the last one missed because I crippled his legs. Oh. That's what we like to call eradication with extreme prejudice. Yeah, you'd really think they would like at least make it look a little nicer. A little pathway up to their home. I have no idea.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been out this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
We're here to help. Tell us what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Don't worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight. I think we ought to talk.
Is something the matter? You sound upset.
What? Oh, no. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. Gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
So, who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth. Authentic Institute handiwork. But I'm still mechanical. Not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. My memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
That's terrible. They really just threw you away?
Sure did. It was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. The local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. And it's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
So, I am actually going to end the video here. Didn't really plan on coming to the Nakano residence for the video, but I needed to discover the location so I could go back and forth a little easier. Yeah, so I'm Sarge, and I'll see you on the next Sarge's Recap.